Hello, 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 hello. So, today we will be doing the first tarot readings for the new year. And as part of that, I have this fluorite wand, which I'm going to be using to just gently brush your energy and going to be pointing at you to fill you with positive energy. The decks that I'm going to use this month, I'm going to use my TaroT Mukha deck, and then I'm also going to use some other Art Nouveau style decks, the Art Nouveau Lenormand, and my astrological oracle cards. And to go along, grab my lighter, sorry, to go along with the purification, we're going to be starting a new year. So anything that you want to leave behind in 2020, just direct it toward the flame. Let's do some breathing together. Breathe in and hold and release, and just release everything that you've been holding on to that you want to let go of. And breathe in and hold and release. Breathe in and hold and release. Great. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. I have this stick of frankincense. Also, I love frankincense. I'm just gonna blow a little bit of this smoke all over you. And if there's anything else, I'll give you one more chance since we're starting a new year. If you have resolutions that you'd like to make, anything that you'd like to leave behind, just focus your intention and release any negative energy into the candle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right, Cancer. Let's set the stage for your reading using these astrological oracle cards. So I'm going to lay these out on the table, and then I will deal out the Celtic cross spread, and I will use the astrological cards to augment that reading. So go ahead and shuffle them. Because this is the Cancer reading, I'm going ahead and setting the Cancer card and the Sun card aside, and that's going to go in the first house de facto. And then second house Aries, third house Taurus, fourth house Pisces, fifth house Leo, sixth house Capricorn, seventh house Libra, so Libra in its native, eighth house Virgo, ninth house Scorpio, 10th house Gemini, 11th house Sagittarius, and 12th house Aquarius. Let me move these cards over, get them situated. Yeah, there we go. Great. And then I'm just going to do the same thing for the planetary cards. And I found I do have a Lenormand deck that I picked out to use for the readings, but it's just there for clarification, and I haven't needed to clarify all of the readings so far. I did have to clarify Taurus, but I haven't had to clarify every single reading that I've done so far. Sorry, let me clarify. Okay, and then here are our planets. We've got the Sun, Pluto, Neptune, Venus, Mercury, Uranus, Mars, the Moon, Jupiter, and Saturn coming around in the 12th house, which then has Aquarius in it. And as a lot of you, I'm sure, are aware, Saturn has recently entered Aquarius. So, very relevant to the reading so far. Now I'm going to get out my other tarot deck and deal these cards. Here we go. All right, let's look here at the current state of affairs first. That's you showing up in your power as the King of Cups. And this card is crossed by Temperance, which is not just about balance, but about mastery as well. And control, especially over the element of water. King of Cups is someone with mastery over their emotions, taking an active part in their emotional states. Air of water. Let's look at the past here. So just to set the stage for you, we've got Saturn and Pluto here. We have Aquarius in the 12th house. We've got Aries down here in the 2nd house. And we have the 10 of Wands, which is an ending. And it's about oppression and burdens. So this would have been you casting off your oppression and burdens. Actually, this card is Saturn Sagittarius, which we do have Sagittarius over here in the 11th house. So Sagittarius, Saturn touching the 10 of Wands. That is one of its correspondences. And now the current state of affairs. We have in your 4th house, we've got Pisces, which is a fellow water sign. Home and family. There could be an ending, or there could be things just being very, a lot of potential there for different things. And so a lot of swirling potentials and ideas coming to you. We have Neptune here and Venus also. Neptune being one of the outer planets and a very watery outer planet, to do a little more with psychic intuition like Pisces. And then we also have Venus, which can be love, can also be a certain degree of financial stability. Because, of course, Jupiter is wealth, but Venus can also be about financial stability. And here in your current state of affairs, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it looks like you're right on the cusp of something, right on the cusp of your power, of being able to put all of your exciting new plans into action. We have over here your perspective, and then on this side is the outside perspective looking inward. So again, from your perspective, it looks as though you're right on the cusp of this completion, this 10 of Cups moment when everything lines up and you're able to take advantage of all the things that you've desired. This is over here by Aries is in your second house, and Pluto is kind of involved in that. Now, Aries in the second house could be a beginning having to do with financial things, a new opportunity with possessions, but Pluto is about endings, so there will have to be something ending in order for something new to begin. Over here, someone else's perspective on the matter. We have Leo is in the fifth house here. Now that's its native house, and it has to do with creativity, art, romance, and can also have to do with children, either yours or caring for other people's children. And then we also have the sixth house over here, daily routines in your health, and we have Capricorn in the sixth house. We also have right smack dab in the middle of that, Mercury. Intellectual matters, short distance travel, shipping, and communication. And so, from someone else's point of view, we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be having left a certain line of work, or it could be not following a certain career path. I see a lot of potential here, but it's also going in a direction that's very uncharted for a lot of people. This is not going to be like your typical career path, it looks like. And there might be people around you who are looking at that, and it might make them uncomfortable. But from your perspective, I see that things are headed in a very good direction. Let's look here at the future. So again, over here we've got Capricorn in the sixth house, which is not just about, so sixth house is your daily routines and your health, but Capricorn also has to do with how you use the things around you to your benefit. And so Mercury over here by Capricorn being a very good placement for that. You do have Libra in its native house, the seventh house, which is partners and legal matters, and has to do with parity and equality, things that you would like to have equal footing with other people, partnerships and open enemies. And you have Uranus over here too. Uranus has to do a lot with innovation and groupthink mentality. So some very good portends for the future. And then here in the main tarot deck that I'm using, the Tarot Mucha, we have the Queen of Wands coming out in the future. This is somebody who's very confident, very self-assured when communicating with others. Somebody who lights up a room when they walk into it. And this is echoing this Ace of Wands energy that we see in its potential state in the current environment. The corner of this Queen of Wands too is touching Mars, which is leading up to Scorpio in your ninth house. The things you do to elevate yourself, other people's resources. And Mars being a very an active part in that. You're taking an active role. So even though you, Cancer, are a water sign, I'm seeing a lot of wands coming up for you in this reading. which speaks to me of you taking a very active and engaged part in your life at this particular time. Let's look now at your hopes and fears. Virgo is over here in your 8th house, which is about endings and beginnings. And Virgo can be a little prone to neuroses through being attentive to detail to a high degree. And again, Mars and Uranus having influence over that. We have here in your hopes and fears the card of Judgment in the reverse. It might be that you're afraid you might be tested and that you might fall short. But again, this being in your hopes and fears, let's look now at your final outcomes for this reading. I haven't come across anything yet that I feel the need to clarify, but we'll see. I do have these last 2 cards to read. So in your goal or destiny, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And it could be about a new beginning financially for you. I think I will clarify this card. We do have it up by, you've got Scorpio in the 9th house. You have the Moon, which is hidden things. It can be emotional matters, but it can also be hidden things. We've got Gemini. Gemini has a lot to do with duality, and that is in the 10th house of career. So I think with this endings and beginnings in the 9th house and the duality in the 10th house, and then also kind of being influenced by the Moon, we do have Jupiter coming into the picture and Mars as well. Those are both very active, potent energies, and Jupiter being, of course, wealth and expansion. But still, I think I'm going to clarify this placement and just see a little bit more about what that financial start might look like that might be coming in for you in the future. But I will look at this card first. This being the final outcome. And it's over here next to Saturn in Aquarius. So that could also be a time frame for the switchover in this cycle. Saturn is going to be in Aquarius for part of 2021, definitely in January when this will be occurring. But I can't quite remember if it goes retrograde back into Capricorn or not. And interestingly enough, you have the Death card coming out here for the ending. That's going to be a total transformation. And because it's in the upright, I take it to be a positive thing. But I think that really, just to be sure, I'm going to clarify both of these cards for you, Cancer, and find out a little bit more about what you can expect for your future. So I did get very matchy for this reading, and I pulled out the Art Nouveau this and the Art Nouveau that. And the neighbors have been moving around quite a bit today, but I've decided that I'm going to pretend, since I haven't been able to go there in quite a while now. Today I'm pretending that I'm at the last bookstore downtown, giving readings. Which is something that I haven't done in person, and I don't know if I really would. I don't know, I haven't had the opportunity to do that. So today we'll just pretend. So if you hear any noises, that's just people walking around upstairs. Alright, I feel pretty good about this. So, this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the writer. That's going to be news brought in. Could be a visitor as well. We have the ring, which is a commitment to something. It could be a marriage, but it could also be a legal contract. And we have the stars. And the stars is all about achieving your dreams and having a positive outcome. The star in Lenormand is very much like the star in Tarot. So it looks like there might be news brought in of a lucrative contract for you. Let's look over here at the Death card. It's going to be quite a change, for sure. We have the clouds. Clouds can be a bit of trouble on the horizon. We have the clover, though. The clover is luck, so you've got luck to counteract your troubles. We do have the mice. So the way that I would read this is that you will be lucky, but the mice represent these troubles that kind of nibble away at your luck. That didn't really tell me that much more about the Death card, so I am going to pull one final card on that. That maybe will tie it all together. Because it looks like overall a very good reading. I just want to determine a little bit more about this change. The key. Alright. Well, the key is a very good card to get in this position. The key being to hold on to your luck. The key being that the key is like pay attention to this, right? So the key being pay attention to the good things that are happening, because that's what's really important. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And until next time, I hope to see you again very,